to our situation. I try to change it per situation. Sometimes I just start reading it and don't really notice until I'm like halfway through.
Okay.
So if I say something that sounds like it doesn't really apply, then you just have to adjust fire to that, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Hi Charles, my name is David and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. You probably already have a good idea of why I asked you here, but let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website that we're working on so we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about an hour. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the site, not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the one place today where you don't have to worry about making any mistakes. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry that you're going to hurt our feelings. We're doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. Okay, we're not going to be doing like an actual website that I'm building today. We're just going to be doing like an existing website that's kind of similar to one thing that I've been working on. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them to help. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. And if I need to take a break, if you need to take a break for at any point, just let me know. You may have noticed the microphone. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except the people working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take any notes. Also, there are a few people from my class who will eventually see this video, and I may end up posting it on YouTube, so any personally identifiable information that I notice on the video, I'm going to edit out. If you ever want the video taken down at any point in time, or even not displayed at all, we won't show it on YouTube, and we'll try and find some other way to show it to my instructor. And if you that'll all be covered in the non-disclosure agreement I just emailed you. That I'm gonna need you to sign and email back to me.
Okay.
Now, if you would, I'm gonna ask you. Yeah, I'm sorry. This script goes on into that. Just what I said there. Okay. Do you have any questions so far?
I do not.
Okay. Before we look at the site, I'd like to ask you just a few quick questions. First, what's your occupation?
I'm a videographer.
What do you do all day?
I manage video and photo content for the Wyoming Office of Tourism.
Okay. Now, roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say you spend using the internet, including web browsing and email at work and at home?
I'd say 50 to 60 hours.
And what's the split between email and browsing? A rough percentage.
I'd say about 20% email, 80% browsing.
What kinds of site are you looking at when you browse the web?
Usually it's stock footage websites.
Do you have any favorite websites?
Just social media websites like Instagram, Facebook, etc.
Okay, great. We're done with the questions and we can start looking at things.
Okay.
First, I'm going to ask you to, the web page I'm doing it on is deviantart.com. So you need to type that into the browser there.
Okay.
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 Okay, first you can scroll around the page as you look at it. I'm gonna ask you to look at this page and tell me what you make of it, what strikes you about it, whose site you think it is, what you can do here, and what it's for. Just look around and do a little narrative.
It looks like a website for artists, and it looks like it's primarily used by people who do Japanese anime. Some of it looks like it would be used by cosplayers. Primary users, I'd say, would be creative types, people who can draw or use graphic design very well. The main layout just kind of has a bunch of images. Looks like you can click through, kind of like Pinterest. And then it
I'm
leads
sorry,
you into
you
a
weren't
click-through.
supposed to click anything just yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, just stay on the home page for right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But now we're gonna get into the part where you can start clicking on things. Now I'm gonna ask you to try doing some specific tasks. I'm going to read each one out loud, and I would give you a printed copy if we were in the room together.
Okay.
Okay.
But since I guess we just got to make do with what we got.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to do these tasks without using search unless otherwise specified.
Okay.
We'll learn a lot more about how well the site works that way.
Okay.
And again, as much as possible, it will help us if you can try to think out loud as you go along.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you are just your average Joe cruising the internet. You want to post something interesting to your Facebook feed. Demonstrate how you think you would do that on deviantart.com.
Could you repeat the task one more time?
You just want to post something from DeviantArt to your Facebook feed. You don't actually have to go all the way and post it. You just get to the part where you find the thing to post it to it.
Understood. Okay. I would say I'm going to click on an icon that I want to share and click through to the next page, and then there will likely be a share icon, which it looks like there is in the upper right-hand corner. And then each different social network has a different button. So depending upon the network, I would click the share button for that network.
Okay, that's good. You're an artist, and you have a new drawing that you wish to post on DeviantArt. How do you think you would go about doing that? It may ask you to create an account. You can create an account if you wish. I would edit out any information about your account if you do wish to actually create an account. If not, you don't have to. We'll just adjust accordingly.
Okay, it looks like just hovering over each of these images that they were posted by individual users that had an account. It doesn't look like it's a public post forum. So it looks like I would click join up here and create an account, or if I had an account, I'd click log in. For the sake of testing this out, I will create an account. Okay, so I've started to create an account and clicked submit. Oh, I did not hit the terms and agreements. No wonder. Okay. I'm going to skip this. And then from here, from the landing page, I think I would click the submit button at the top that says submit. So we'll see what that does. Yeah, it says submit art right there.
Okay. You are looking to purchase a piece of artwork for your office. How do you think you would go about doing that?
Since each piece of art is posted by an individual, I think I would start by clicking on the artwork that I would be interested in purchasing. Matter how bizarre. Let's see here. It's like comments and stuff. Oh, I would probably hit shop instead. I take that back. And click shop at the top, and then it would take me to an area where I could buy art.
Okay. You are a big Deadpool fan. What do you think you would have to do to find some Deadpool-themed art?
To find some Deadpool-themed art, I think I would nearly almost... Actually, am I able to use the search bar?
For this time, I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. Just because the next question...
Okay. I would just use the search bar, and I would search Deadpool. And see what comes up. And there's a bunch of Deadpool art. Now, did you say purchase or just find?
Oh, just find.
Just find. Okay, yeah. So that's how I would do it.
Okay. Now, using the categories portion of the side navigation, I want you to find a piece of artwork that you like that's not related to Deadpool.
Okay. One second, I think I got off in the wrong area. Okay. Okay. This is the piece I would choose.
Alright. How do you think you would add an image to your gallery?
I think to add it to my gallery, I would probably have to scroll to the part of the page that has a gallery icon towards the bottom. I don't think I'm correct about that. Let's see. I'm not sure on that one. All I see is how to purchase it.
So you can't think of how you would add not now I'm not when I say add a piece to your gallery, I'm saying you are still an artist in this scenario. So you have your own pieces on your own computer that you want to add. It's kind of like Facebook for artists, basically. That's what this website is. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, you're just trying to share a piece of artwork that you own.
Oh, I see. A piece to my gallery.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would go to my profile.
Go to my profile.
I think that's where I would start.
That's where I would start.
And I would go through all this if it's the first time that I've been in here. Still loading.
Okay.
Okay, it says my image is too large. Find something else and then move on. It says my images are too large, so I'm going to just download something.
It's okay. You don't actually have to post anything.
Okay. You want me to just walk you through how I think it would work?
Yeah, as long as you can figure out how to do it, then that's close enough.
Okay. Sounds good. So without creating a profile and moving forward, I think that through my profile page there would be a submit art button where I would submit art to my own channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what do you think about just the general layout of the website? Do you like the way it's laid out, or do you wish it had something different?
I like the way it's laid out. It's kind of a mix of Pinterest and WordPress. It almost feels like when I look through it, because it's got the tiles like Pinterest has, and then the category layout, the side nav, reminds me a lot of how a WordPress backend is laid out. So it's pretty easy to use, and the scroll works pretty well. It's nice that there's a global nav on the left that doesn't go anywhere, so that if I ever wanted to click through to a category, no matter where I scroll on the page, that it's there. But overall, it's a comfortable layout.
Okay. Now, how do you think you're again an artist with your own profile, and you've had an interesting day, and you want to write a journal entry about it and post it to your website here?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you'd go about doing that?
So again, I would go through my profile, since I'm the one that's writing. So I think I would click through back to my profile, and I would write a journal entry. It looks like it's allowing me to see it now, and it looks like I would write a journal entry by clicking write a journal entry on the right side.
Okay. And it pulled it up and everything okay?
It wants me to verify my account first, but I do see where to do it. you need me to verify my account to move to that next step?
Oh, you should be fine. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
You're an artist again, and you would like to talk to other artists on a particular subject. Where do you think you would go to participate in a chat on this website?
On this website, I think that I would go to some sort of chat forum or some sort of group. I'm assuming at the top by clicking forum, that's where the discussion board is. So I'm going to click that down. It looks like I would go here. There's lots of different conversations that you can click into, it looks like.
Okay. Now, there's this website uses it's kind of like Facebook where they have like friends and everything. Only they call them online deviants.
Okay.
I want you to find an online deviant and add one of their pieces to your favorites list.
Okay.
You can always unadd it later if you don't want to.
Okay.
If you don't like it.
So, to add something to a favorite, I would click on the art, and then to add it to my favorites, I think I would click add it to my favorites on the right side. It looks like I have a few options. I can add it to different favorite boards. Okay.
Okay. And now I want you to try to upload a new profile picture.
Okay. So I'm going to click on my profile. And then I'm going to go to my picture icon next to my username. And I'm going to click Upload Image. And I'm going to click this one right here. Click Open. The image is loading. And I'm going to click Save. And it appears my photo has changed.
Okay. Now that does it with my my general questions here. Was there anything you what did you like about this website today?
The usability, being similar to familiar social networks, is very nice to have. Having the look of Pinterest and the layout of almost like a Facebook image section makes it really easy to navigate from someone who has never been to this site before. That was nice. And then the color scheme is nice because it contrasts the gray background all of the artwork does. So it's pretty visually appealing.
Okay, good. What did you not like about this website? If anything.
The favoriting and uploading seems a little bit too simple on the profile side. It seems like it almost could use a little bit more design work for an art site. It's a little bit plain. But I assume that when one comes to this page, they're meant to upload art, and that actually adds to that color scheme on the back end.
Okay. And is there anything that you haven't mentioned that you think this website could improve on?
Nope, not really. It loaded up quickly and appears to scroll, and everything seems to work as it was designed to.
Okay. Thanks, that was very helpful. There's this portion now where I'm supposed to go ask the team if they did exist, if they were actually monitoring this as right now.
Okay.
So we'll just skip that part. Do you have any questions for me now that we're done?
I do not.
I do not.